Hello, I'm live. I think I am. Yes, I am. Okay. Hello, how are you? I wanted to share a message today because I was just doing kind of like a channeling energy session over in my membership group because I go live in there every Monday. And after connecting with some very high frequency energy, I was inspired to just come in now and do my live stream message with you and to share this reminder. An obvious one, but we often need reminders and sometimes we complicate it. So, my job in this moment, as you're tuning in, and say hello if you're on the replay, my job in this moment is to remind you of your magical capabilities and to normalize this. So, a lot of the times we come into the earth and in our human forms, and we have, I say a lot of the time, every time we come into this human form with a mission, with a plan. We have reasons, right, for coming into this life, and we have reasons for choosing the body and the where we were born into and all of these other circumstances. So our souls have very good reasons for making the choices that we make. And so we came in as creator beings. And then what happens is we come in with this divine universal knowledge and wisdom that we inherently have. And this is why as children, we jump around, we are just in joy most of the time. We're uninhibited, we paint, we dance, we sing, we don't care, we don't worry about any of it, and we have all these amazing dreams, right, of what we want to be when we grow up. Crazy expansive ideas, right? And they're very often tied into the energies inside of us. And then as we go through our life, we are conditioned, we are subjected to, all the different parts, right? We've got culture, society, expectations. We've got music and movies and books that shape our belief systems. We've got advertising left, right, and center taking us out of our power, telling us that we're inherently messed up and we need this product and this thing and this thing. And we have all of these messages. And by the time we reach adulthood and we're feeling a little bit more tired, a bit more jaded, we've had some experiences, we've had some disappointments, we often forget. We often forget who we are and actually the capability that we have. And if you're lucky, you'll go through some kind of devastating life experience which will jolt you back into a remembrance. And that's what happened to me through my illness. It's that version has happened to many people. Some of you are going through it now as a result of the things that happened in the world, and it shook your whole life up. We often go through something and we come back into a remembrance. So I want to remind you, as you're listening to this, if these words are falling on your ears right now and you've chosen to tune into this message now or some point later, even months later, even years later, whenever you receive this message, it is absolutely meant for you. And it is to remind you that you have absolutely magical capabilities. And what that means is you're a creator being. So when you're just left alone and not conditioned by the world, you literally have this, let's call it like a mechanism inside of your human form that says when you focus on things and you use your energy and you focus it in a certain direction, you can literally create that in your life, right? So the way I see it, I kind of see it visually. Imagine that I've done a certain level of connecting in myself, and let's say inside of me is a magnet, and let's just say it's purple, my favorite color, right? Let's say it's purple, and I'm a magnet and I'm purple, and by focusing on the things that I want, I will draw in everything else that's purple. It's just a vibrational match, right? And that's how then we bring it into the reality. That's a very simplified version, but we are all capable of it. The thing that happens when we experience things we don't want, or we're creating lives that are like opposite to what we do want, is usually because we have something, all the stuff inside of us that have just clogged up our ability, and usually it's our belief. It's usually our belief, because usually we have some kind of either emotional baggage clouding us, or we've got some, often it's thinking patterns, beliefs that we have. We say we believe it, we don't truly believe it. So we block certain manifestations and certain experiences in our life. all sorts of things. So that's the good news. So it's not that you've got to change yourself and create this version of yourself that is so far apart from who you are. It's actually, the way I see it and the way I've experienced it with myself and many people, is that you right now have everything inside of you. You have all the wisdom, all the magic, all the power. It is already inside of you. It hasn't gone anywhere. Just see it as, it's like you're a kitchen cupboard, and you've got the ingredients at the back of back of the cupboard, but it's just been covered up by some other items that maybe they've just been sitting in the cupboard for so long they're out of date. So what we want to do is start taking out those out of date items, throw them away, and then you're left with the goodies in the cupboard, right? And that's literally probably one of the ways to explain some of what I do with people. So it's a reminder that you have magical capabilities. You are absolutely here to create with your mind, with your energy field, with your focus, and with your actions, because you are so powerful. If you weren't that powerful, there wouldn't be entities and energies on this planet that literally spend trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, pounds, whatever, every single year trying to disconnect us. They literally spend all of that, they throw everything at it to try and hold the ascension process up and to try and disconnect. Fortunately, there are so many of our kind of people that are here on the earth, and we are wanting to develop and to grow and to step into our power, to step into our magic, to create the kind of world that we want to see and create our lives in bigger, expansive ways, like bullshit to the life of going in every day to a job you hate, to pay the bills, to pay for the car, to pay for the home that you don't even like, being in crappy relationships and being a slave to your boss and being in debt and being in chains. That's not why we came. And if you are feeling like you're in that life right now, that is okay. You're listening to this message for a reason. Believe me, you would not be connected with me. Even if I don't even know you're watching. There's a reason for that. And I know what that feels like because I've lived that version as well. You have magical capabilities inside of you. Doesn't matter what your background, it doesn't matter what you've experienced, what you haven't experienced. Doesn't matter the kind of version that you believe that you are right now. There is so much magic inside of you. So I wanted to just remind you of that, remind you of the truth of that. And it does help to just be very aware of what you're feeding yourself. Even certain music and adverts, commercials and things have a lot of subliminal messages, and so this is why it's so embedded in so many people. So we are being asked now to step up and do the clearing work, to do this healing, clearing, expanding, whatever you want to call it, to be in the most powerful versions of ourselves. So I want to encourage you to move in that direction and to remind you, because we all need reminders. I need to remind myself on certain days where I just don't feel it. So it's my role right now to remind you of the magical capabilities that you have inside of you. And I really genuinely mean that, and I genuinely believe that, even if you don't. So quick note, I am running my third round of this program, Coded Clearing. It had a little bit of a name change, and this is the kind of content is very similar. Coded Clearing, it's an 8-week program, and it's a funny one to explain, because how it works is it's 8 weeks, weekly sessions with me and my beautiful divine team, and it's very potent energy work. So it's all about clearing away the kind of stuff that's in your way, and this is, I think, one of the most crucial parts of doing big expansive things, when you clear away and release things that do not belong anymore. It's almost like releasing the old, reinstalling new codes, reinstalling new ways of being. It's really potent energy work. So best if you if you feel that desire as I'm saying that, to check out the information that I have. We've explained it as best and as clearly as possible on that page. So there's a link wherever you're watching this, you can find the link in the video description. You can just click on there and check the program out. And there's pay in full and there's payment plan options as well. So you can check those out. But it's going to be really powerful. It's a really beautiful way to work as well, and it's just very transformational, and you will feel it. And we're also going to do the action pieces. So if there's any kind of action steps that you need to be taking right now, because it's energy and the action, but it's a combination. So check that out if you're interested. But beyond that, you are a magical, magical being. Thank you for being here, and never doubt your own magnificence. And if you are in doubt, I just invite you as well, and this is what I do sometimes, is just to remind yourself of all the things you've been through in this lifetime. And I know there are many, maybe things people don't even know about you, all the things you've experienced. And don't compare it to anyone else's journey. The things you've experienced, you know how it feels. You have survived every single one of those things, because here you are. Even the worst times, even those times when you thought, how am I going to make it, how am I going to make it, you have survived that. You've come through it, and you're still here. So I don't doubt that if you want a massive transformation, or if you want to feel different, you want your life to look and feel differently, you are absolutely capable of it. So that is my reminder to you. If you need it, and replay this message anytime if you need that reminder. I'm always reminding myself of certain things, certain messages, and I get to channel these amazing beings, and I still need to remind myself. So I send you so much love. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow here on this page or channel. Okay, see you then.